Hello, this is Frugal and welcome to Frooglesim news for today, Sunday, May the 3rd. Apologies for the break last weekend. As I said before, I was at Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida and kind of took a bit of a break, but now we're back. The video that you're watching below is DCS World version 2. There is a bunch of news for DCS World. We're going to cover it all at the end of this video, and prior to that, of course, let's dive into the more traditional sims, starting with X-Plane. Bristol scenery for X-Plane was just released. Now, Bristol was developed by Pilot Plus, and of course Bristol is an airport in the southwest of England, handling 6.4 million passengers a year. It's very popular with Ryanair, with EasyJet and Aer Lingus. Now, the Bristol scenery here has high-resolution textures, as you would expect, and high-resolution ground imagery is used as well. Custom night lighting is included, an animated ground marshaller is included, and in fact, you can also have an optional free download, which adds static aircraft and people to the whole airport as well. In addition to all of that, it also includes ground traffic. You can pick up Bristol from the xplane.org store at the link in the show notes below for $22.95. Now, sticking with X-Plane, Aerosoft just released Aerosoft Heathrow, a product that we previewed some time ago on a previous news show. London Heathrow is, of course, the world's third busiest airport, and the scenery here from Aerosoft covers 42 square kilometers of terrain, which is incredible. The add-on includes Terminal 2 and the Terminal 2B buildings, and comes complete with complete and accurate taxiway markings. They even advertise pre-rendered shadowing, I'm not sure how that works, and ray-traced night lighting effects throughout the scenery, and it also even models the safe gate operation at London Heathrow if you have the free AutoGate plugin installed. Aerosoft Heathrow for X-Plane retails for $27.56, and you can pick it up from the Aerosoft link at the show notes below. Over in the world of FSX and Prepared, Just Flight this week released the Fokker 27. Now, the Fokker 27 was originally released in the 1950s, and it's still an aircraft that's in service today, with Just Flight's package covering the 100, 200 and 300 variants of the aircraft. It also includes 12 liveries, accurate sounds and flight model. Textures have also been modeled to give an old and well-worn effect to the aircraft cockpit, given the age of the aircraft, of course. Has accurate engine start procedure with fully modeled electrical systems, accurate animations covering landing gear, flaps, trim tabs, wipers, doors, prop feathering, you name it, it's all in there. And the flight dynamics of the add-on have been verified by a real Fokker 27 crew. Love to say the word Fokker. Full manuals and tutorial are included, and this is actually a really nice alternative to the Dash 8. It's not quite a study level simulation from what I understand, but from the initial reports I've seen from other people out there, it is actually a very, very good aircraft and well worth a look. Normally, the price would be $37.99, but currently it's available for $29.99 until May the 6th at the Just Flight link in the show notes below. Still in the world of FSX and Prepared, Aerosoft's Split X has been released. Now, I originally covered Split X as a preview way back in the March the 1st news show, and at last it's here. It's known as the capital of Dalmatia. It's the largest city in southern Croatia, and it's on the Croatian Adriatic coast on a peninsula, making it a particularly scenic airport to fly into. Aerosoft Split X includes photorealistic textures, all buildings and objects of the airport are modelled, and it even includes 2 additional airports, those being the nearby Resnik Seaport and the Divul military base. Aerosoft Split X includes the new advanced lighting system that Aerosoft are touting with much of their scenery, has summer and winter textures, animated trees, and objects surrounding the airport actually vary based on the time of year that you're flying in, which is pretty cool. It even includes charts for all 3 airports and has a wonderful price. It's only €16.76. Supports all versions of FSX and Prepared version 2 and up, and you can get it at the Aerosoft link in the show notes below. Now onto the bulk of the DCS news. Following the release of Eagle Dynamics newsletter this week, they showcased 3 videos, the first of which you're looking at right now, showing DCS World version 2 with the Black Sea map that we currently have. In fact, what you're seeing right here is the Su-25 Team Sam Killer mission that we currently have in DCS World. You can see a number of cool effects from this video, in particular new lighting effects, new smoke effects, particularly on incoming SAMs, new formatting of messages from wingmen and other flights in the sim, and it is very, very smooth. It's actually looking really good. There are incredible atmospheric effects in this video as well, including atmospheric scattering. And a common question I hear is whether it will be easier to spot enemy or allied aircraft in the new platform. Well, in this combat video, we're not actually seeing any evidence of that, it being easier or harder or the same, but it's certainly a lot easier to spot what's shooting at you now, thanks to the new effects. Now, the second video was covering the DCS L-39C Albatross, which is the next in-house developed aircraft from Eagle Dynamics. Progress is looking great on this, and the video showcases that aircraft operation within the Black Sea map once again. As you can see from the video, the Albatross looks to have a very nice clean cockpit with the front and rear seats both modelled, immaculate textures within the cockpit, great visibility from a nice glass dome cockpit, and I did notice in the video though that the dials and the gauges are not currently working yet. This is of course a work in progress video, and there are a number of other issues with the video that really we can strike down to being work in progress. For example, the navigation lights looking a little bit out of place. Overall though, the L39C Albatross from Eagle Dynamics is really coming along, and we do hope to see a beta fairly soon, but I think they still have a little way to go. Now, the final video that Eagle released this week was a return to Nevada in DCS World 2, showing in particular urban density and speed at low-level flight. What they did was they took the F-15C on an incredibly low-level flight and zipped it around the Nevada map and through Las Vegas, and it looks absolutely superb. The level of detail in particular is superb. At one point you can see in that video the pilot flying very fast directly underneath a fully detailed construction crane and between hotels. It's amazing. Autogen buildings show no pop-up, which is fantastic. I'm not seeing any frame rate dip on the video, and the lighting effects, in particular HDR, continue to be jaw-dropping. Now, the point of these three videos, of course, is to showcase DCS World 2, and of course the Albatross, their new aircraft that they're developing, but it really does demonstrate some confidence from Eagle Dynamics in the progress they're making with DCS World 2, so fingers crossed we don't have very much longer to wait for an actual beta release. I expect with the number of videos they're releasing now, it really can't be that far away. Anyway, that's it for this week's Frooglesim news. If I've missed anything, and undoubtedly I have, please leave me a note in the comments section below. As always, my name is Frugal, and until next time, I'll see you really soon.